Well, many gCADPlus users like to use the Save as PDF tool to print a copy of a PDF file from their design. Before I demonstrate, we'll just have a look at, this is a layout. Let's have a look at the Layouts Manager just to know that it's all demonstrate that we're printing to an A1 sheet, which is quite a large size sheet. Before you go to Format and Line Weights, notice that the default value is the usual default in gCADPlus, 0.25 of a millimeter. If we go here, 0.010 of an inch, and we'll just cancel from there because we're not going to change it. And if we go to layers, it's important to see for this demonstration that all layers are set to default, and I've had a look at some of the symbols in here, and they've been made in a sense the standard gCADPlus way, and everything's been set by layer. So we're ready now to generate a PDF file, and we'll say window and high. We've got line weight on. Let's set a box up like so, and we will call this first print. And I suspect that this will be relatively faint and that our user would not quite like to have a darker version of this PDF file. So let's just wait. Up it comes. It's a little bit faint. What I want to demonstrate is how easy it is in gCADPlus to just change that to make things a little darker. And that's done by simply going to Format and Line Weights, and we're just going to make a change to the default. Remember, all the layers are set to print thickness by default, so we'll just boost that just slightly to a thickness of 0.3. We'll click Apply and OK, and then we'll use PDF Save again and pick the same display, and we're hoping that just by making that simple change, let's call it second print, we are hoping that we will get a better result. So it should be just a little bit darker and a little easier to send to the client and give the client a nicer result, and that's darken things up a little. You could experiment and boost it a little higher if you wanted, but if I used View and Zoom, Marquee Zoom, and just popped in here, there's a pretty good result. Remember, this is a very big sheet, so Control-0 shows the whole sheet, and if I zoomed in, just clicking in, I think that result is fairly good. It's only when we go right in tight that we get some relatively thick lines, but that will print very nicely and can be sent to the client for the client to check things out. So that's a very small, tiny change, but you get a good result.